lesson. So what we're going to do with this spacecraft is we are going to take it from Earth. We're going to take, well, let me start with this. Get a little, bring it in a little bit. So, we're going to go see what's going on with the Oort cloud. What we think is going to happen is that collapse Venus, from what we did, needs to get some more elements in it, iron and nickel, right? But we also need to direct where our solar border is when the solar isn't focusing on fusion for helium and hydrogen. Which means that in place of, it will be having a bigger magnetic storm for the Oort cloud so that we can bring in specific TIH still. We're going to be getting those from Alpha Centauri. Alpha Centauri, as we've went over, has helium, hydrogen in one sun and nitrogen on the other. So the D, we're going to take the spacecraft to the edge of the solar system, the Oort cloud. See if we can bring in TIH molecules upon the Hertz. What some of us are postulating, and I'm kind of on the fence, I just want to see which one it's going to be, is that when they get through, it'll get through, that's not the question. The question is it going to be able to be condensed into an atomic state, in which case we can then instantly put it into collapsed Venus. Versus if it gets into the Oort cloud and it stays as a comet, it means that we can, at least it's in our solar system, and we can one day come back and use it. Yeah, honestly, it means that we're not worthy. We just haven't been able to reach that point yet. Regardless, it's a good sign. Just because if it doesn't work, it doesn't mean that it's no. It means we should look somewhere else until we can break down and condense those, the iron and nickel. So we're going to take the spacecraft and we are going to go to the Oort cloud, checking out the border, giving our solar a rest for its regular fusion, in which case magnetic storms, figuring out where that border is. We're going to be using our 90 degrees for the nitrogen-based fusion star of Alpha Centauri. The mission, you can go ahead and hashtag that. That will tell you what it is. For everyone else, it's a Subi for all. Okay, our F is going to be LDD 1 of 2. Our arrival is going to be AR LDD 2 of 3. Force on surface is different. We're actually going to be using Venus as our direction point so that the solar pressure we're taking ends at Venus. So astronomers, you may actually see the comet look like it's heading to Venus and it could crash in. That's not a problem. It's a controlled burn and it's a good thing. So remember, it's going from the Oort cloud, which is like 200 AUs away. Like, you know what I mean? It's a long ways away. It's not like, to give you a perspective, Venus to the sun is like 0.727 AUs. The Oort cloud itself is 200 AUs. So if you just see the comet and that's the phase that it happens, which is me and the crew, what we're going out to do, starfishes, are figuring out is it going to be in a comet or atomic state. But we're going to use the C of Venus, so we're not going to just shove it in with a C pi t. We're actually going to use the speed of light, so you'll be able to consistently see it. Again, cosine I 90, like always. Our AS is the whole thing, and it's going to be LDD 1, 2, and 3. Our 1P is 0800 starfishes. We're gonna be leaving at 0800 tomorrow, which is 6/8/2024. And we'll be back at 1 second after, which is, the reason we're doing that is many reasons. When you take a spacecraft like that, like you kind of want to bring it back, like, well, that's cool. Cooler if it's here. It's cooler if it's here. So we're gonna make sure that it only loses a second of rest. This is gonna be a remix only. There's no wiggle room, there's no budge on that. Of course, our P is gonna have to be 0. Our hertz is everything we've said, that TIH, magnetic cores, for collapse Venus, everything like that. The other thing is a hashtag mission. I'll let you all go into that, but just know I'm aware of it and putting the hertz energy into it also and agree with it. Our 25Z, we know it's 0 of 25 times 9 for PPF tap, and it's of 25. Our stack.mpa is going to be cute when angry. People who went on that drive know what I'm talking about. A little bit more, just a little bit more detail about why time goes into it. This is already set in stone that this is how it's going to go. But why it's happening like that is Venus itself is 243 Earth days for 1 day. It's absurd. So we have to make sure that me and the starfishes that are going do not get stuck there for 200 for a year is 1 day. So we're going to be using different squares to level us out. Essentially, there's whole details that I'm just scooting by on that, and I apologize, but I'll let you all figure it out. Let's see what else. Yeah, so coming back to the start, that's basically what we're going to be using it for. The Subi for All is for all nations to understand that this isn't a malicious higher ground. As you know, I'm a real OST follower. You know, I think it's the best, and plus you have those higher selves that just already agree with it. So please try other nations, etc., to not think that it's anything malicious or anything. We just want to see if we're able to bring TIH in here, which is a really good sign. And Venus is our best shot because it's forward. In those 243 days, think of it like this. Those 243 days are opportunities to not be tragic. Mars doesn't have that. Mars is technically behind us. So the closest one to us where we can see basically our worth, and if we as a people are doing well to obtain what TIH promises allow, is to go and try to bring TIH through Venus. If it doesn't work and it stays in a comet form, which I actually kind of think that's what will happen, don't fret. It's not the end of it. We can find iron and nickel from somewhere within our solar system. There's plenty of places. I know that lady astronomers sad. They just say, oh, that we're going to destroy something. We're going to destroy some moon. We're going to destroy some moon. But lo and behold, TIH is better, and that's a plan. Fellow starfishes, you will be there for an X amount of time. We've really moved mountains on the cryostasis, so you don't have anything to worry about. Most people who go on these missions are already disassociated with enough support that they know what I'm talking about, and that's what they signed up for, and they love it, you know, as do I. So yeah, we'll be leaving at 0800, and we'll be back for, the keepers will be back at 0801.